Could the world's first successfully de-extincted animal be a step too far for mankind? Dallas researchers at Colosso Biosciences have resurrected dire wolves, a prehistoric canine species that roamed the Americas and then died out nearly 13,000 years ago. Scientists used ancient DNA from dire wolf fossils and gene editing technology to alter the cells of a gray wolf, the closest living relative to dire wolves. The DNA material of the most promising gray wolf cells then transferred into donor eggs of domestic dogs and developed into embryos. Scientists then used large mixed-breed hounds to carry the dire wolf embryos as surrogate mothers. The outcome, 3 adorable dire wolf puppies that look like household pets but are actually much larger, stronger, more wild, and fearful of humans. The biotech company has also produced 2 litters of red wolves, the most critically endangered wolf species. Their other projects include resurrecting the woolly mammoth, Tasmanian tiger, and dodo bird. Joining me now is Robert Klitzman, a professor of psychiatry and director of bioethics master's program at Columbia University. In the piece, Dr. Klitzman, that Time used to break this news, you were quoted as expressing concerns. As a matter of fact, you shared some of those concerns with me on radio. But tell the CNN audience, what worries you the most about this?
Well, there are a few concerns, both about the animals' well-being that we're creating and everyone else's well-being and other animals' well-being. So these are going to be big animals. The dire wolves are 150 pounds. They come up to maybe your belly button, and they're hypercarnivores. They're going to eat cows, horses, house pets, etc. And if you think of the film Jurassic Park, where scientists brought back dinosaurs, thinking how nice, we'll have them in a zoo, everyone will look at them. The dinosaurs ran amok and they started to attack the humans. We're messing with nature. We're genetically engineering these wolves. It turns out that we learned that there were 80 genes that these wolves have that no longer exists. And so scientists chose 15 to put back into the ghost wolf. 5 they didn't use because they caused problems like deafness in the wolf. And we don't know enough about genes. So if we start tinkering with genes, there may be unexpected problems. These animals may end up with cancer. And where are they going to live? They roamed over 1,000 square miles in many cases, and now we have them in 3 square miles. It's like we're going to bring you back a gorilla and keep it in a 1-room apartment. There's also problems in that when we've in the past introduced new species into areas, it's been difficult. So we had red wolves in the past. We brought into Great Smoky Mountain National Park. They started to die of Lyme disease and other diseases that didn't exist or they hadn't seen before. And then they started roaming around outside the park, 40 miles outside, killing other animals. And we have limited budgets now to conserve animals that are still alive but about to go extinct, and they need places to live. And I think our money is better spent trying to save animals that are still here but not yet gone, as opposed to bringing back ones from 13,000 years ago who ate different things. If we bring back the woolly mammoth, where's it going to live?
Here's what I think would be the company's response from that Time piece that broke the news. We'll put it on the screen. If all this seems to smack of a P.T. Barnum, the company has a reply. Colosso claims that the same techniques it uses to summon back species from the dead could prevent existing but endangered animals from slipping into extinction themselves. What they learn restoring the mammoth, they say, could help them engineer more robust elephants that can better survive the climate ravages of a warming world. Don't they have a point?
Mixed, because there's a lot of species where we have 5 members of the species left. What they need is not tinkering in a lab. What they need is a place to live now. If anything, with drill baby drill, we're losing a lot of lands. And the technology, it's not clear you need to bring back a woolly mammoth or do that in order to get the technology to help an elephant today. Helping an elephant today is a much easier task. Why not just focus on that directly? I think there's more money and more PR value in bringing back the mammoth or the tiger.
Where does this end? I have a Cocker Spaniel, my first dog, buried in my backyard. I'm sure people are looking at this and they're thinking of, I don't know, Abe Lincoln. You know, if they could do it with dire wolves, why couldn't we extract DNA from a bone of Lincoln? Speak to me, just take our final 30 seconds and talk to me about the long-range possibilities.
So genetics and technology, we're at the infancy of understanding it. I wrote a book called Am I My Genes, a book called Designing Babies. It looks at some of this. It's some of how little we now know, but the future's immense. So we now do clone house pets. Barbara Streisand cloned her house pet, for instance. Some problems there. Bringing back Abe Lincoln, we're 99.99 the same. You may be able to find a few genes, and people are looking for genes for intelligence that maybe we can insert. And again, these are all things we will be seeing soon, and I'm sure discussing on shows like this, your show and others. And I think we need to be careful. We need to be careful what we are doing and what the long-term implications may be, because a lot we don't know. And we may bring back Abe Lincoln, or we may bring back someone who's intellectually disabled.
Thank you, Dr. Klitzman. Appreciate it. Fascinating subject.